let's reflect on something a good brother in Christ recently shared with me, something huge, profound, and often overlooked among us Christians. We must learn how to socialize and connect with others without being intrusive. I told myself, I'm going to learn more about this, because I've noticed that in Latin America and honestly, in many places this is a real challenge, yet it's also a great opportunity to grow. Sometimes we misunderstand what Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians 3-4, where he said, "You yourselves are our letter, written on our hearts, known and read by everyone." This doesn't mean we should force ourselves into others' lives or conversations. Rather, our lives should reflect Christ naturally through our love, patience, and humility. So, what does being intrusive mean? Here are some examples to help us reflect. 1. Forcing personal questions too soon. Asking about private matters before building trust. 2. Talking more than listening. Not giving others space to share or breathe. 3. Pressuring someone to agree, trying to convince rather than invite. 4. Crossing personal or emotional boundaries, offering help or advice at an inconvenient time. 5. Using guilt or fear instead of grace, motivating through pressure rather than love. 6. Ignoring cultural or social context, not understanding how people value privacy or communicate. 7. Sharing faith without showing genuine care, treating people like projects instead of souls loved by God. Remember, 2 Corinthians 3:2-4 reminds us that we are living letters of Christ. Our goal is not to invade but to inspire, to let our words, actions, and attitudes reveal His presence gently and truthfully. If we choose to be thoughtful before we help and prayerful before we ask questions, we will experience a more satisfying unity, the kind of unity that is God's ultimate goal for His church. When love is guided by wisdom and patience, it brings people together and allows God's Spirit to truly work among us. This message is dedicated to my true brothers and sisters in Christ in the Ephrata area, with special thanks to my good brother Joe and his faithful wife.